Hello everyone. As you can hopefully tell, I have a mask on my face, and this is a NuFace Snail moisturizing mask, and I will pop up a screenshot so that you can see that. And this is something that was gifted to me, so I wanted to try it out. Just because there's a little mystery surrounding why it's so popular, how the snail slime or the snail mucin is harvested, are the snails harmed, what is this really doing for your skin, and questions like that. So I thought that while I was wearing this mask for the prescribed 15-20 minutes, we could have a little chat about snail masks, the history, and why they're so popular now. So this is pretty easy to use. You just pull it out of the packaging, put it on your clean, dry skin, let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes, and then peel it off your face and rub the remaining, slime, mucin into your skin, and it is supposed to have a moisturizing, brightening effect. So we will just let the mask do its magic and chat about why snail byproducts are so popular in the beauty industry. So in ancient Greece, snails were used as a topical treatment for inflammation. It was also used to treat peptic ulcers, staunch blood flow, and in syrup to calm coughing fits and loosen phlegm. In Greece and other ancient cultures, they had kind of figured out that topically using snails, or they had noticed when snails were crawling across their skin that fine lines were decreased, hands were softer, it seemed to heal wounds quicker. And so snails were added to the apothecary of the ancient doctor's toolkit. So the snail beauty boom really took off in the 1980s when Chilean farmers, who already produced escargot for the French market, noticed that handling their livestock, i.e. their snails, led to softer hands and cuts healing more quickly. As snails were already a large part of the Korean diet, it made the transition easy from using snails as a food product to using snails for beauty, or to use them as a beauty product. So why are people wanting to use snail slime? Snail slime, or mucin, is rich in hyaluronic acid, which has moisturizing properties. Snail creams have been shown to stimulate collagen production and enhance wound healing. So again, with the wound healing. So is it worth it? Because some of these creams are very expensive. Some dermatologists say no, due to the fact that the slime is not consistently concentrated and depends upon the type of snail. It also depends upon the amount of mucin which is excreted. You can also find the same ingredients without using animals. So you can find hyaluronic acid, glycoprotein enzymes, and peptides in other skincare products that are vegan or cruelty-free without having to harvest snail slime or mucin. And that brings me to, how is snail slime harvested? So there is also mystery surrounding exactly how the mucin is harvested. Many beauty companies don't want to share their insider secrets, or in this case, successful harvesting techniques. There are, however, popular methods of having snails crawl on surfaces like mesh, specially made glass, or even letting the snails hang out on tarp overnight and then collecting the mucin the next morning. In one video, I even found a snail getting a water bath of sorts where the mucin was gently rinsed off with an eyedropper. And there is a technique in Italy where the snails are actually gently steamed in a little steam bath. And according to the person in Italy who came up with this method, the snails enjoy their little steam bath and they excrete a lot of mucin. So snails excrete mucin to get around in fear and in pleasure. And so as they're getting their little spa treatment, they excrete a lot of the slime, and it's a very successful harvesting technique. So are the snails happy? Snails, like worms, are animals with simple immune systems and cannot process emotional information. So there is still a debate on happiness, unhappiness. Do they react to pain? Some scientists say yes, some scientists say no. So that one is still out for debate. However, many people in the beauty industry do say that there is no point in harming the snails, and a lot of the videos that I did watch talk about giving the snails long months off to recuperate. So they get 3 to 4 months off, and then they go back into the harvesting cycle. And then once they are done getting the mucin production, they get another 3 to 4 months off where they just hang out in their little snail sanctuary, just eating their little leafy greens and doing all of whatever snails do to keep themselves busy, happy, reproductive. I'm not really sure what that is, to be honest. So I am going to finish my time on this mask, take it off, and I will be back with my conclusion. So my skin feels very hydrated right now, feels very soothed, very calm. I was actually hoping that some of this redness in my nose would go down a little bit, because despite the amount of sunscreen I am putting on, it just keeps getting more and more burned. Would I buy products with snail slime or snail mucin in them? I think this is one of those where I'm just not fully convinced of the benefits. When you buy these products, it's not like they exactly say which type of snails are being harvested for their mucin. You don't know if the snails are live, I guess, or how they are being harvested. Are they being harvested in a safe way, a cruelty-free way? I guess some people would argue you shouldn't be using any animal products and things like that. But a lot of the videos that I watched for the snail mucin being ready to be shipped inside the beauty industry to other companies is that it was rendered into a powdered form and then shipped, and then whoever bought the mucin then turned it back into a liquid form and then put it in these creams. And I'm not a scientist. I don't know enough about the process. I'm just a little leery, maybe skeptical that you can render something into a powder and then regenerate it into some form of a liquid, and then it is just going to have the same effect on your skin. And like I said, this is still snail slime, due to its complex nature, is still a work in progress. Scientists are still finding out more about this each and every day. So while it is known to have substances that can have an antioxidant, healing, antibacterial, hydrating, regenerative, purifying, and protective effect on the skin, I think a lot depends on what type of snail it is. For me, while it someone had gifted me with the mask. I am not sure, with all of these unknowns right now, if this is something that I would purchase until some more of these questions can be answered. I am going to link an article below that I did read, several articles actually that I did read for making this video, as well as a couple cute YouTube videos I found on how exactly snail mucin is harvested, because they were short videos, but they were also actually very interesting to watch. So if you have any questions about this product, please let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.